What's going on, Warning Army? We are going to continue to dive down this Teatro Metropolitan concert and try to finish it out before I actually go to my first concert show. September 14th in Baltimore is right around the corner, and the anticipation for this, guys, I get more excited each and every day that we get closer to it. I can't remember the last time that I had anticipation for a concert quite like this. This is going to be an experience that I know is going to be all unique on its own, and I cannot wait to be out there and enjoy it with the rest of you guys out there in the Warning Army that will be able to be at this show. I'm aware that a lot of the songs from this concert are probably not going to end up being played at that show, but however, I am really looking forward to it because I think I've heard the majority of most of the ones that might be played at the show. And yes, anything from Keep Me Fed, I got that covered. I thought a lot about the idea of kind of going down song by song with Keep Me Fed and talking about the things that I really liked about those records, maybe tying those into the videos that the Warning did to actually talk about like their stories behind writing those tracks. I thought that would be maybe a fun and exciting series to do with the Keep Me Fed album because I haven't really got a chance to talk a lot about the things that I loved about that record yet. But let's go ahead and check out Choke.
I won't say goodbye. In the end, it won't matter at all. I'm sure.
Baby, this is kind of that metal feel that I feel like I was kind of missing from the Warning a little bit in this show. We got through a lot of like the unique like songs that were a little bit all over the place. Like you guys were right in the fact that like no Warning song really sounds the same. There's a lot of different styles and a lot of different inspirations that you could see and hear like from all different generations. You can tell that they have a lot of early metal stuff when they play a lot of like different, like just the way that they just kind of construct music is not really constructed this way anymore. I can see a lot of why people from older generations that grew up listening to when everybody was making music like this and to really liking the Warning because there's not a ton of bands out there that really sound anything like those bands from those time frames. But that being said, once again, that they just always find a way to make it interesting. Like the way that she carries out that note in the chorus, like it's so good. I've said it a million times that they always find something in a way to make each song original and make it interesting. Just when you thought that maybe it was a little mundane and a little boring, they always add some other little sugar and spice to it to flare it up and make it that Warning song. Perfect example, the way she sings that chorus where she just kind of carries it and just kind of flows with it. Oh my God, I love it when Danny does this on the mic. I hear you, Pal's back there too, belting her heart out too. Sometimes you guys think that I hate Pal. Sometimes you guys think that I love Pal. Like I'm curious of what you guys think who my favorite band member of the Warning is. Yeah, I don't want to say that they were missing that metal edge because they've always had that rough and flair. But as we've been going through this concert series, we've kind of been in the last few songs have been the ones that were a little bit more unique, a little bit more on the happier sounding. We had the sad piano versions. Like we haven't really just had one of those like kind of like punch you in the face kind of riffs there in a while. But we did just come off of Dust to Dust, and that was also a high energy one as well. So like I said, like, you know, I don't know what I was really thinking with that comment because they did just give it to me. But when I think about like Keep Me Fed, it's just like a high energy, like the whole album. Like just like there's really not like a lot of like, there's no lull in it like that. But yeah, this is a concert, so there's like a bunch of albums, a bunch of stuff. So it's how they all fit in there. I'm not saying it doesn't work. I probably dug myself into a hole that I'm not going to be able to dig out of now with these comments.
I'll be strong.
really love the fact that they have the drum cam video and give you the shots from behind the kit, especially in this particular song. It really jumped out to me when Pal was playing the groove in this song, how it was just like the little bit of extras that she was doing to make that groove that much more crisp and that much more entertaining. And they chose the perfect time to kind of show that, because it sounds like she's doing less than she is, but at the same time, when you really factor in the fact that she's also singing and also singing on key, and also playing drum grooves that are not on the same rhythmic pattern that you're singing to. Let's go ahead and talk about the lyrics for a second. I've been thinking a lot about, like, if I was a parent and my 15, 13, 14, 11, 7, however old that they are when they write some of these songs, came to me with these lyrics of wear your tears like jewelry. And like just some of the things that they write, and just this, like, it's like, where do you find this within yourself at such young ages? Like every other sad kid in America, I fiddled around, wrote some poems, you know, some lyrics or whatever, some freestyles, whatever. Not like this. I don't think that I could really say enough how impressed I am every single time when I think about this band and the ages and just the level that they have been performing and writing and playing at for so long already. I think a lot of times with like the really younger generations, they don't necessarily always truly really see what true greatness is, because they haven't lived life long enough to really see how many things are not really that good. Have I convinced you all that I really am that excited for this show? I know I'm going to lose my voice at this show. I just know it. We're going to get that pit going on Apologize.
Let me drown.
Killing it! That's what I'm talking about there.
Let me dive in, sinking deeper. Push my head, drop me till I drown. Let me drown. Let me drown. Let me dive in, sinking deeper. Push my head, drop me till I drown. Let me drown.
Throwing me a little curveball at the end with that little drum roll there. Oh man, I've said it a few times now that sometimes these songs don't grasp me off the bat, and then by the end of it, I'm in love with it. And this is just another one of those examples. Somebody kind of jumped on me and was like, yo man, I hate it when people say that. Like, you know, you gotta allow the song to grow. It's not a good song if it don't grow. I can see what they're saying there, but at the same time, some songs just grip you from the very first note. And that's more or less what I was saying with that comment, was a lot of these warning songs, like that first verse, it might not be the one that grips me, but by the time they're hitting that second verse, I don't know what it is about this band, but by that second verse, now it's like tying the first verse back to that second one, and I'm getting that full picture, and now all of a sudden it's just like, psh, I get it, and then they always add the sugar and spice again to just like add a little extra flair that makes me love that song that much more. Like the way that she carries out this chorus. I love that backup vocals from Ale coming in, the part with the lights coming out. That shit was hard as hell. And, you know, Pal just always doing her thing on the drum kit. And Danny just selling this song to me again, and a song that I've never heard, getting me to buy in and actually go ahead and chuck that shit in the playlist. Thank you so much, Warning Army. Shout out to Salty Dog out there in San Diego. I love your city. Shout out to Mike's Red Tacos. Until next time, thank you guys for watching.